The power of being you. The power of being you and only you. And how powerful that is. We all come into this experience as an individual. And hopefully, we continue this journey as the individual that we are. Yes, you have. Thank you for liking the live, and please like and share, because the message today is powerful and insightful, and it may just be something slightly different. Because I'm really inspired to tell us to be who we are. And I am learning, especially every time I share or I speak on the app, how our own authenticity will hurt another individual who is afraid to show theirs. Yesterday, I posted something from one of my lives. And I've said this in my lives, and it's my own personal saying that I've coined, that men and money are replaceable. Meaning, you can always find more money. You can always find something to make money doing. If you spend $5, that's not it. It will come back. You can find it again. And the same with a relationship. So I will take man out of it. This can be genderless. With every relationship, we learn more about ourselves through the other individual. However, when a relationship ends, or as I like to say, the structure changes, that is it. Men and money are replaceable. That's it. You can find another. So I will take man out of it. This can be genderless. If a relationship does not work out, if a friendship transitions and you no longer speak to each other, you will find another friend. You will find another partner. You will find love again. And in that way that it's replaceable, it really comes back to us. Because when I say that, sure, yeah, the same thing. Women and money, it's the same thing. I purposely use those two variables because they're instantly recognizable and they instantly create a feeling. And it does not need to be the feeling that's within you. Meaning, when I say that, it's not specifically attaching to anyone specifically. It is not meaning defend yourself. The intention is to leave the feeling of, oh, I can make both of those things back. Oh, if I'm in a space where the money isn't as abundant as it once was, I can be in that space again. If I'm no longer in connection with a human being, there is a time I will be in connection with a human being again. However, if you feel a lack within yourself, if you feel a lack within your financial status, if you feel a lack of any sort, and you genuinely aren't content with yourself, that may be the catalyst for unhappiness within you. And this is really an inspired message because living in your own truth, showing up. When I show up, I am living in my own truth, and that takes courage. And I know, because I'm filled with courage. However, I do this purposely to hopefully inspire someone to do it as well. I have said many times, this is never coming from a place of malicious intent or a place to hurt someone ever. In fact, this space within the Hopefuls, with me and my name being Hope, is only for positivity and motivation and humor and smiles and an open space of communication to grow and to see each other as human beings and to say, oh, I see you, I've been there. So to take the space of that, I must defend. And this is specifically from that post, because let me bring my soapbox so I can stand on it. I don't interact with people who have carried hurt that allows them to lash out when they feel triggered. I've often said I'm very selective of who I'm around. And I knew when I chose to take this space of a professional speaker in this beautiful body, with this beautiful voice, with everything that I've encountered in life, I was aware what may face me. However, I did not know how hurt individuals are. And this comes from a space of compassion. Because when you refuse to be yourself, meaning refuse to show up as you are, refuse to show up as the talents that you are given, refuse to go towards the things that you know are you, that is heavy. And that compounds, because day after day, you know, I don't want to be in this job. I don't want to be here. I've never wanted to drive this car. I've been wanting to get out of this relationship. But what does that mean when I do? That means I'm lonely. I don't want that. I won't leave this profession because everybody says it's great for me, but I hate it. It physically keeps me up at night. It physically makes me unwell. I physically have headaches and my neck is tight, and I lash out at my family members and my friends, and I don't even have any friends because they don't want to be around me because my energy is so low that people can feel it. And I feel that. I feel that. Here's another secret. I feel these things deeply. Maybe I'm an empath, maybe in this goddess realm. I feel this. I have to often release this. This is why I say I'm always outside, because I feel what individuals are carrying on a daily basis of just the refusal to say yes to what they want. And it is that easy just to say yes to what you want. But every time you say no, you're saying yes to that discomfort. Every time you say, no, I refuse to make this change, you say yes to more of the burden. Every time you say, no, I mean, this relationship, I've already been in it for 5, 10, 15 years, you say yes to continue to diminish your spirit, your soul, and what resonates within you. And that becomes heavy. And that is felt. And when I have encountered this, because again, I have to be protected because I really believe this voice is a wave of change for a certain amount of people that need to feel it and need to hear it. And I'm going to section out a group of people. So if this resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, that's all right too. Because this is a very inspired word. And I have had the privilege of being surrounded by love and a safe foundation for my entire life. I have had the privilege of 2 guardians, 2 parents that loved each other and taught me to love myself regardless of the casing I came in. However, there are people who look like me and we haven't been taught that. And I'm here to tell you, you are loved. I'm here to tell you you're wanted. I'm here to tell you you're deserved. And I'm here to tell you to release yourself from anything that isn't of your highest love of yourself. Now. I don't care what people say about your skin or your hair or the music that we make or we listen to. You are worthy. You are amazing. You are deserving. Start saying that to you today. Today. And there was a time in my life as I was flying around the world, I believed I was searching for that thing that I always had within myself. That I always carried within myself. But it wasn't until I left the place that I was born and raised and taught certain ideals that I saw, oh, the worthiness has always been me. It's not the lack of anything in me. Maybe it's the surroundings that I've been in. But once I left those surroundings, I saw how I glowed. I saw how I resonated in every space. I saw how I never encountered anyone who said they did not like me. I only encountered people who said, wow, you're from the US? Tell me about it. Tell me about your experience. Tell me about your history. Tell me about your family. So it started to click. But I don't know if we're being told this. And I often say it's not about any sort of barrier, because it's not. I don't see barriers. I've been too many places and in too many near-death experiences to see barriers. But maybe you haven't been there. So I need to tell you, anyone with any skin that you believe that you are limited just because of your skin, you are not. That is a lie. That is a fallacy, and you are great. You always have been great. Maybe you just need to hear how great you are. Your body is great. Your spirit is great. Your ideals are great. What you came from is great. And where you're going is even greater. And I have to share that because whatever is being carried needs to be released now. It's time. It needs to be released now. It's not serving us. It never has. And I'm never going to come and say how people have held me down, because I'm the one that can release me. I'm the one that can liberate me with my voice, with my ideas, with my looks, with my feet, with my dance, with my art, with my failures. I liberate me. I do. And I'm telling you, you do too. I give you permission. With my name being Hope. Hope gives you permission to feel good in your being right now. Because You were always meant to. And the moment that you don't, whatever entity has won. Whenever you doubt yourself, whatever entity has won. Whenever you refuse to shine, what other outside entity has won, and it's done. I'm tired of it. It's like this covering of mediocrity that's accepted. We are great. We are great as people. We are great as humans. We have created so much, and to allow anything to tell us that we can't, it's done. It's done. It's done. And I mean it. I had to say this message. I don't come on here and just do this for fun. I do this because I believe this is what I was meant to do. And I have that courage. I walked away from a dream career because something said, Hope, that your voice, it's you. It's you. Most of y'all don't even like your current jobs, let alone will walk away from it to start something that you just believe is for you. And I will go live with you. Let me just release this stream of consciousness. I feel it and I see it, and it comes out in all of these different ways. Not everything is for everyone. A simple post on TikTok, if that ignites something within you that makes you feel less than, that allows you to tear someone else down, that shows you're hurt. And I have compassion for that. However, heal that. I love you. I have compassion for you. I have kindness for you. But to continue this cycle of hurt does not fix anything. To continue this cycle of, I can never be anything because I was never told I was anything, isn't the way. You are. You are great. You are magnificent. And you always have been. You always have been. It's time for you to tell yourself that you are, regardless of what has happened. My voice is shaky because these words are charged. At times, I like to hold this back because we are great. But when we don't soar in our greatness, when we don't allow our greatness to grow and be seen and to spread and to charge others and to empower others because we've been told that we can't, that's a part of the game. It's a game. You are the main player in the game. The game is to trick you from your power. That is the game. Once you believe the game, once you believe the lie, you've already lost. It's game over. It's in your mind. Regardless of what someone has ever told you, you are great. Stop tearing yourself down because you tear other people down. If you tear someone else down, you're doing it to yourself on a daily basis. And I have compassion for that because I've been there. But to do the work is the most courageous act of love. And we cannot progress. And when I just say we, I mean anyone. You cannot progress in a state of fear. You cannot progress in a state of looking back to see what happened. You just got to go and know and have faith to say, that's for me. I don't care what anybody said. For real. I didn't come on here and shave my head and say, no, I'm showing up differently for you to just coast through life. I want you to dare to do something that scares you, that shocks you, that people say, what are you doing? That is for you. Just as Mag's saying, that's for me. That is for you. I'm walking in these words. As my means of wealth, health, and security. I put faith on myself with my voice. When I retired, I said, all right, I have my nest egg. I had invested money and I'm going to make it work. I didn't say I'm going to get a job and see and then I got to make this work. And that's how determined you have to be, even within your healing of yourself. You got to make it work. No one else is going to do it for you. It is you. It starts with you. It has always been you. You see these veins popping out of my neck? I mean this. Stop looking for someone to give you what you already have. It's always been with you. No one's going to give it to you. In fact, no one's going to give you anything. You have to believe that you're worthy of what you seek, and you are. You are. You always have been. You've always been worthy of love. Even if someone told you they never loved you, I love you. You are love. I close every message with, be the reflection of the infinite source of love of which we are, because we are. You have to believe that. When you start looking outside of yourself for love, when you start looking outside of yourself for someone to see you, that's when you have to put the mirror up and see, you got to say, I see me. I love me. I can do it. And watch me do it. It's always said it's an interesting time, currently. And in my goddess realm, I was outside today, grounding myself, walking barefoot in the grass, and I felt something, there's just a difference. I don't know what it is. It's like a difference in the air. It's almost like the oncoming of something. An oncoming of something great, but it's an oncoming of something. However, if you're not firm within yourself, if you're not firm within releasing what no longer serves you, if you're not firm within saying, you know what, I am just good, then you're going to expect something negative to come anyway. You are beautiful. You are dynamic. You are blessed with so many talents, gifts, and abilities that we need. We need it. And I'm here to tell you just to show it. And start by just saying, I believe it. I believe in me. That girl Hope on TikTok told me to believe in me. And now I believe. Believe in yourself. Stop tearing yourself down, regardless of your religion, regardless of your socioeconomical status, regardless on the tanness of your skin, regardless of your guardians or the parent that was or was not there. You deserve to be here. You made it to this moment. Stop tearing yourself down and start saying that you are worthy. You are worthy to be seen. Start dreaming about leaving that job. Start dreaming about starting that course. Start dreaming about starting that business. Start dreaming about leaving that person that you already left mentally years ago. And I know, because I've been there. But to give yourself the yes to start is how it starts. I refuse to think that we're all just in this space of hurt. It doesn't benefit you and it doesn't benefit the collective. And here's the thing. We are all One, regardless if that's something that is inclined to your thinking or not. This human experience, we're all experiencing it. Now, the things you tell yourself that you say is different from someone else, then you put those barriers up. Start seeing each other as a human being and stop seeing each other as a color. Stop seeing each other as a race. Stop seeing someone as rich or poor. I don't like them because they're rich. How do you know? Have you spoken to this person? Do you know them? Have conversations. Get interested in people. And stop judging someone just because of the fallacies that you've told yourself to keep yourself safe. It's whack. It's done. It does not need to be continued. And this also comes from me speaking to my niece and her sharing with me the same things that were said to her were said to me. And we got to stop that. It's not even about stopping. It's just understanding how that affects individuals. When she told me, Auntie, in school, they tell me I talk white. They tell me I talk too proper. They said, you know what? You're the whitest black girl in the school. I said, guess what? I was told that too. I know that too. And that's all right. So, my voice has no color, but guess what? My gifts enlighten every color, and that's a bar. My voice has no color, but my gifts enlighten all colors. I'm beyond that. In reality, it means you're different from me. It means you may be in a different socioeconomical status than me, and maybe I want that, but I don't have that, and you're different from that. So I got to show you that you're not that, and I got to try to bring you down. And these children and the people around us, they're watching us. This is why I speak about integrity. It means so much. When I say I'm that girl, it's because when I give my word out, that's it. If I'm around you and you start talking bad about someone, I'm walking away. Start practicing that. Start being better. We got to try to strive to be individuals that are worthy of being copied because people are watching us. That means something. That means something. Your wigs, your makeup, the curviness of your body, sure, that may mean something to you. But what are you putting back? How are people looking at you and learning from you? How are others inspired by the actions that you take every day? That's what's important. That's what's important. How are you healing yourself to attract what you need? Not seeking partners because you're lonely and you're broken and you refuse to do the work. So you want someone by you. No. Look in yourself and see what you need to create the best you to attract what is for you. That is pivotal work. What are you leaving behind? So when you are no longer here in this physical form, someone will say, wow, I remember how they did X, Y, and Z. Wow, I remember how they used to make me feel instead of, man, good riddance. That person never ever paid me my money back. Or that person always tore me down. Or that person always was just talking down to people. And I will continue to repeat this. This is my life's work. I can take it. I'm built for it. I have that courageous spirit. Some people don't. Some people, it changes the whole trajectory of their life. And I also speak for that, because we can also be in a space where we can shed that. I can carry that. I can take the insults. I laugh at this. And you can see on my page, because this is truly inspired from that. A simple post of encouragement, a simple post of saying things in life will come back to you, creates an element of, wow, I'm hurt. I got to show you my hurt. And I do have compassion for that. And I do see that. And it also is something very foreign to me, because I'm only around proud people. I'm only around integrity-filled people. I'm only around people that can admit that they're wrong. I'm only around people that tell the truth in every way. I'm only around people that are encouraging others to be more, say more, appear more, show up as more. So I don't know that other realm. I don't know that realm of tearing people down. I'm starting to learn about it, but I'm going to speak to that, because you are loved and you are worthy. But that doesn't help. That doesn't aid in any way. And in fact, if I was a malicious individual, you've just exposed your biggest wound. You've just exposed yourself. That's what real power is. I can identify this in people. It does not mean that I go and purposely poke at it. It means I seek the space of compassion within myself and say, I get you, I see you, I understand, and I send love. Instead of taking the power that I have and making you feel more of what you feel. It's not that we have to do better. I will continue to show up as what I seek to see in the world. Because I've shared, I don't ask individuals to be something. I can only be the example of what I want to see in the world. And this is my life's work. This is what creates my livelihood. This is how I pay all of my expenses, by speaking, by believing that this is it for me, that this is my career, that this is it. I believe in myself enough to leave the dream career, to build the new dream career. What would that look like for you? What would that look like for you to dare to take something and build it into something great that others say they did it, I can do it, I want it, I'm going for it. I need you to stand up. I need you to pick a flower and put it in your ear. I need you to be behind me now, because it's getting thick with all the mediocrity. It's getting thick with people exposing their wounds and their hurts and their traumas. It's coming out. It's coming out. And if we aren't there to say, I see you, I have compassion, I love you, I'm here to listen, I'm here to encourage, I understand, I've been there, then it just keeps compiling. I'm a speaker, I'm a leader, I'm a teacher. I'm also someone that has a huge space of compassion. As a leader, you have to be. Sometimes you have to dig into that space of compassion to lead. Instead of pointing the fingers, you have to say, I see it. I feel you. I understand it. I'm here for you. What do you need? What do you need? Because too many people are turning a blind eye. Too many people are saying, I'm just as hurt, and I refuse to get to a space where I can help. Namaste. I'm calling out, I'm putting the call out. We're needed now. We're needed now, especially on the masculine side. I can only do so much. And we need you. You will never hear me say anything tearing down any sort of man. I was raised by the most gentle, loving, leader, masculine element. I love every man who's ever been in my life. From my uncles to my grandfathers to my father. The first man that ever loved me showed me how to love a man, showed me how to respect a man, showed me that men are just like me. You are sad too, and there's times where you need support and love, and you'll cry too. I'm here for you. However, men, I'm calling on you to give the support to the others that need it, because those that need it need you. And when you give it to them, they will show up differently for their future partners. They will show up differently. And we need you. I'm calling on you now. You're needed. Any of my other goddesses, I'm calling on you now. For the goddesses that can take it, who have the courage, who have the insight, who are willing to amplify their voice and be seen and say, you know what? Yes, I'm here for that change, that positive change. I'm here because I respect myself. I respect my word. I respect the future that I'm ushering in. I need you now. I need you. This is the call. This is the bird call. Right now. Right now. Do you hear my voice? Do you hear the energy within me? I'm serious. I am serious, like T.I. I'm serious. I do not care where you are in life, you're needed. I do not care if you're on the corner or in the corner office, you're needed. I don't care if you're in the US or the UAE, you're needed. I don't care if you are mahogany brown or lily white, as my mom would say. You are needed. We are needed. This has to start now. It has to start. And if I'm the only one who it is starting with, I know there's some others that will support me. If you're behind me, you got a good view, okay? Listen, I say whoever's walking behind me, the view is great. If you walking behind me, the view is great, okay? But you're needed now. I need you to start speaking up. I need you to start tapping people on the shoulder and say, listen, I feel you, but come on, we got to do better. I need you to start calling people out and say, that's not the most respectful way to talk to anyone. That's not the most respectful way to talk to yourself. You're needed now. I speak and I'm doing the groundwork, but I need you to step up and step in now. 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 I know there's some of you who can amplify your voices, who can use your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to heal and to help. You're needed now. Stop putting it off. Stop putting it off. Stop putting it off. Now, you're needed. I need you. I need you. I'll be posting my events. I need you to come. I need you to do your own events. I need you to start leading and starting the change, because it is necessary. Not only are we so disconnected, we don't even know how to communicate with each other in a respectful, calm, diligent effort. How are we supposed to do anything if we don't even know how to communicate and how to listen without the forethought of judging what we're hearing because of our hurts or because of the barriers? Nah, I won't listen to this person, or they don't know me. It's done. It is done. I need you to water yourself. I need you to prepare for your voice to be amplified. I need you to prepare for your spirit to be amplified. I need you to start thinking about these things that you keep putting off, because the moment you do, you are amplified. But I need you to do it. I need you to do it now. I can only do so much, and I'm serious. I need you to do it now. I need you now. I need you now. I need you to call in yourself, not call out. I need you to call in yourself now. Now. We have so much that we can do together. And I'm going to pause this just quickly. Hold on. Okay, you see, when I'm needed, yes. How is everyone doing tonight? Thank you, Meg. How is everyone doing tonight? I was called on. I was needed. I had to fulfill my promise. Really, please, I want some feedback. I need some feedback for real. I have all of this energy that just is coming out through words because I want to hear you. This isn't a game, and it hasn't been for a long time. I am not here saying everything is going downhill. I'm here saying, how are we encouraging ourselves? How are we encouraging others? How are we stripping away the negative beliefs that no longer serve us in any way? How are we doing that? Because if you don't have a response for me, then what are we doing? We're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. I need you now. I need you now. I need you to feel this. I need you to question yourself. I need you to question some of the parts of your identity that no longer serve you. And why do you have them? And who told you to believe that? And tell yourself, I actually don't need to believe that. That needs to happen now. Because we are more than who we believe ourselves to be in this moment. And this is inspired because when I tell you these words are my life, it is my life. This is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my life's goal. This is my life's passion. I've bet on myself and only myself through these words. I bet on myself and said, this is what is for me, and I'll figure it out because I know I can inspire people and lead people and speak to people and have books and all these things. But could you do that? Would you walk away from your job and say, let me start something else? Would you? Would you? I need you to start thinking about what you would put on the line to bet on yourself for. Yes. And who was that? Yes, even before the world told you, but who was that? Was it even told to you? Is it just something instinctually that you abide by? Because oftentimes it wasn't actually told to you. It's something that was implied. And I don't take that. If you asking me out, you can't imply to ask me out. You got to ask me in the most perfect way. I'm showing up as better. I'm requesting that when you see me show up, you show up too. Show up. And refuse to take the easiest route. And this is coming from someone who is as. Okay, artsy dude, stop. The fact that you believe you are failing is the lie. You're not failing. The fact that you're still going is the win. Who told you you're failing? If you actually knew everything that's transpiring in my personal life, you may question what your failures are. It's never about failing. It's about the continuance to keep going. I don't even know what a failure is. What I do know is I am a courageous mofo. I take bumps, I take hits, I take kicks, I fall down, and I just keep getting up. And people say, how does she keep doing it? I am unstoppable because I am unstoppable. Nothing can stop me but me. From people actually banding together to talk about me, to be hurtful towards me. Have you had that? Some people say they have, but have you really? Have you really? Have you really? Have you been kicked out of a country like me? That may stall you. Not me. I guess I gotta get up and do it again. Have you lost people close to you? Yes, I know it's hard, but they want us to keep going. You gotta get up and keep going. Walked away from the career that I love, that I was ready to walk away from, but I have to make my own blueprint. That is the win. I don't consider anything a failure. And guess what? The journey is the goal. The goal isn't the journey. The journey is the goal. It's what you go through. It's what you grow into. It's what you release yourself from. It's what you learn along the way. It's what you lose along the way. It's all of that. We got to listen. None of this stuff is easy. And I say this all the time. Get that out of your mind that it's going to be easy. It won't. But understand that when you can do things that aren't easy, you've already won. Because most of these mofos won't. They'll say, that's too hard. I could never do it. What? You are in a human body, but you're a limitless being. We are limitless. How dare you speak that onto yourself? Thank you for the likes, thank you for the shares, and thank you for the roses. How dare you speak that onto yourself? How dare you? I came on here and shared in the live how I had someone move out on me. I've had that happen twice. Thank you. I've had someone move out on me twice, and once it was a family member. And you just got to keep going. I didn't know how I was going to get the money together, but I knew I would. Thank you. You got to just see the goal and keep going. Even with this goal of me speaking, let me share this with you. There's been times where I've just cried and said, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why do I believe this is worthy of me fulfilling this role? How am I going to, how are those things going to get paid next month? Doesn't matter. I'm doing it. I'm concentrating on this moment in this time frame right now. The rest, it's done. It's done. It's done. And I'm sharing this because Artsy Dude, when you said failures, I graduated. Listen, I told you this, and I'm going to share all these things that are considered failures that are just a part of my story. I don't care if someone considers it a failure. I consider it an extra chink in my armor because I'm built for it. I shared with you, I was like one of the smartest kids in the nation. I always tested higher than everyone in my county, state, and the nation. Like the top 0.5%. I was in an accelerated program from 7th grade to 12th grade. But guess what? I was always talking like this. I didn't even walk with my class. My senior class where we were all in AP courses and all of that. I didn't even walk with my class because I was always talking and being this. But I always knew because my dad told the teacher in 3rd grade when they wanted to put me in an accelerated course and I would have been the only black kid in the course. They said, nah, she's all right where she's at. The school she's at now is a diverse set of kids. She likes it. It's great. And Hope already has it. Regardless of where she goes, she will excel. Y'all don't give her that. She already has that. So once she's older, we can put her in a different setting. But she's too young to be the only one. She's too young. We're going to let her stay here for elementary school in the school that she likes, in a diverse setting where she'll excel. And then she'll go into the next phase. So when I didn't walk, I said, it's not the high school, it's not the diploma, it's not the college, it's not the coach, it's not the accolades, it's not the company that gives me what I already have. I already have it. It's within me. So that failure of not walking across the stage is just something that happened 20 years ago. And I just started admitting this within the past 6 months because it's something I have carried. I've done all of these other things, learned other languages, had several successes in my life, but that always was something in me. For me to share it means I've healed from it. So there's nothing of a failure. It's a lesson. I refuse to let anything stop me. I refuse to let that stop me from still seeing the world, from still creating, from still having all of these beautiful places in my life and traveling the world and starting businesses and going into different fields. And so I want to model and going into this and didn't like that. I'll be behind the camera and I didn't like that. Okay, I love vintage clothing. I'll sell vintage clothing. I'll do this. So what? It comes down to me. And it will only come down to you. It will only come down to you. You get to decide what is and is not a failure. That's up to you. I don't have failures. I only have lessons. And matter of fact, if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail big. I like to brag that I was kicked out of a country and banned for a year. That isn't held by most. It's held by me. It's held by me. Okay? Because So what? It's great. It's a chapter in my book of life and in my soon to be book, but it's a chapter in my book. It adds to the richness of stories, because if I can get out of that, I can get out of anything. Listen, we are the solution. I've always said that. We are always the solution. We always have everything we need in every moment in life. But most of the time, you got to get to that moment to know that you have what you need. Stop putting yourself out before you've even started. It's whack. It's unbecoming of you. It's not cute. And I only do cute. It's not beautiful. You're worthy of it. You're worthy of it. I don't care what anyone says. My father would say most people in life are wimps. They are. And it's just because they choose not to do something that they label as hard, or they label as it's not for me, or they label as out of reach, or they label as why would I even think of doing that, or they label as I don't want anyone to see me doing that. That's it. I am not. You are not. We are not. We are limitless beings. We are. But until we believe we are, we have already limited ourselves. We've already limited ourselves. And often, especially within this country, because I've been to several, so let me be very direct. Within the U.S., oftentimes people are limited over something as simple as money, which is an energy, it's an idea. Money is listen, people fart in jars and sell them online. There's so many ways to create money, but you got to do the work. Most of us are walking around with money wounds. We don't even feel comfortable with money. We don't even feel comfortable around the illusion of money. So if you feel that way, why would you ever believe or want to achieve something like money? It goes deep. It goes really deep. But as I say, with all of my lives, it all comes back to us. This is never about anything outside of me. It's me. It's me. It's you. You're able to. Maybe you got to start doing the work. Maybe you got to start looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. You made it to today. You made it through a lot. And you will keep going. And you will be paid. And this service that I offer that people say no one will pay you for that. I'm speaking this into existence. 100 satisfied customers. You may need to do that, but it's within you. It's all within your mind. And I'm here to support. And thank you for allowing me to hit my goal today. Thank you. That's the first time this ever happened. I need to see that. I'm right there with you. I'm taking this step by step, day by day. Every accomplishment is the accomplishment for me. For me. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It's the fact that you're in it. There's a saying that says, if you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop and say, okay, well, I'm here. Let me get... Nah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And I like to share my experience because I am powerful. However, I'm right here with you too. When I meet people outside of the speaking field, and they say, well, what do you do? First of all, that's a boring question. And I've always thought it was whack and boring because most individuals don't even like their jobs. So I can see it within them and I feel it and I see their eyes like gloss over when you say, what do you do? And they just go into a trance. I am. They go into a trance because they don't even like their job. And it's just boring. I like to say, hey, what's the hot drink you had this morning? Oh, coffee? How do you take your coffee? With sugar? With milk? Black? Something interesting. And someone said, oh, Hope, what do you do? I said, oh, I'm a speaker. They said, well, what's that? I said, well, I speak. It's like a motivational speaker. I do that. I don't know. Well, what is that exactly? If you don't know what it is, neither do I. I'm not going to stand here and give that explanation. Not everyone is going to have your vision, and not everyone has the vision, and that's okay. So what? The moment you're confident and competent in whatever you seek, it doesn't matter what someone else sees or doesn't see. You see it. And that's the only person that needs to see it. That's it. Just you. Oftentimes, it will just be you. But the magnetism that is within me when I speak isn't something that is taught. And I identified what is my personal power and how I can uplift others and strengthen others through my voice. Whoa, this is my gift. Okay. And I had someone come on my live and say, Hope, you think you're better than everyone? And I said, well, yeah, sure. Okay, so if that's how you see it. However, I like to say, I believe I've identified what I am best at. And I know that I am the best at this for me. So what? I believe everyone has that. I want you to believe I'm the best at baking cookies. I'm the best at music production. I'm the best at whatever it is. I encourage you to feel that way. I believe everyone should feel that they're better at something than other individuals. So what? I think that's a beautiful space to be in. Unless you don't feel that you have a gift that can be uplifted, then that will feel hurtful to you. And again, I often say this, I don't care. I'm really on a path and on a journey for you to elaborate on what you don't understand isn't a part of my spiritual business at all. And I'm okay with that. This is why I say I'm very courageous. I'm at a space where you can insult me and I would say, oh, okay, well, I'm glad you found that to be true for yourself. I have to. You will have to build that armor when you start to do something that you know is for you, because most won't understand. And that's okay. Why would they? It was given to you. As I said, the dream is the blueprint that was given to you to build. Your dream, that vision, that song, that thing that constantly comes into your brain. It's not there just to be a vision. It's there to bring out into this space. The dream and the vision is the blueprint purposely. Purposely. Thank you, Blue Moon Song. Thank you. And it will take something bigger than you to say yes and start doing it. I know. I'm currently walking in it. I'm in a beautiful space where I'm in full belief. It's not even worry. It's already done. And that's taken a while. It takes time. However, when you get to this point, it's like, it's happening. It's not when will it happen. See, it's a cycle of, will it happen? Oh my gosh, will it happen? Will it happen? Will it happen to me? And then you get into, okay, if it happens. Okay, if it happens. If it happens, and then you get into, okay, it will happen. 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 It has happened. It's happening. It is happening. It has happened. It has happened. It is. And I surrender because it's for me. It is mine. What do I have to worry about? Why would I worry? Oh, I have to grow. That's the new space where I actually have to grow into this new space. Maybe it's physically, maybe it's spiritually, whether it's metaphysically. It's whatever you choose it to be. And it's a cycle. And that's a part of the journey. And that's a part of the most beautiful process. Because when you get to the space of, I don't care. I just know that it's happened. I don't care about that big payment or that big contract. It's already, of course it would happen. For me to be in that old way of thinking of, oh my gosh, I got to control. How is this going? No, of course it's happened. Yeah, that is uncomfortable for me to release and say it's for me. But then you see the beauty of how it happened and how it was happening the whole time. And how it was subtly teaching you that trust in that surrender. Because I learned what I believed about trust is only one element of trust. But it's multifaceted. And for me to truly trust is to truly surrender and know that I know that it is. And then it is. And so it is. This passion is bigger than me. These words are bigger than me. And who it resonates with are divinely selected, are perfectly selected. And I trust that. And I know how I started off this. I've already accomplished it. Because the fact that the energy is out, and I'm big into energy and energy work. And that's a part of it because I believe visualization and seeing yourself there and seeing yourself in this space or seeing yourself in what you want to do means it's already done. You can't see something without it already being done. And then you subtly work backwards. However, erase that 4-letter word of failure because it's never a failure. We are so much stronger, more efficient, more angelic, more enlightened, kinder, more righteous, more fulfilled, more abundant, more wealthy, more healthy, more inspired, more motivated, more wise than we ever give ourselves credit for. However, I'm giving you the credit that you deserve, because we are. And I feel this wave of like energy, like wave of something just being radiated from me. And I hope you can feel it too. I hope you can feel it too, because I got to a space where I could no longer do anything that I didn't want to do. And I started pretty early as a child. My parents would second that. However, even flying, I loved it. I loved traveling. I loved being in the airport. I loved interacting with passengers until I didn't. And I can't do anything that I don't want to do. So for me to retire and go into this, it's what I love to do. And I had said, well, there's always people offering me positions, doing something, training with flight attendant. I don't want to do it. I can only put energy towards what I love to do, what's fulfilling, what's giving back to the universe, what will leave a legacy for others to build upon, and what really captivates this element of the human soul. So I will continue to do only what I love to do. And that's a courageous act, I understand. However, I offer to find one thing in this day that you love. If it's cooking, if it's telling someone how much you love them, if it's changing your hair, do it. Do something you love every day. Because then you will train yourself out of what you don't like to do every day. And there will become a freedom that will start to grow within you. Because I truly believe we are not placed in this universe, on this planet, on this thing spinning, to just do a program of things we hate, never grow ourselves into what we love, and not feeling fulfilled in some way, be it your family, your friends, your communities, because we're connected. And when we start loving what we do and giving back to what we do, and being inspired in what we do, and living in our truth in every way, even if it's telling someone, yo, stop doing that. Stop speaking negatively to me. Stop speaking negatively to yourself. Stop wishing harm upon others. Stop doubting yourself. Stop loving yourself. Start loving yourself. Just start. That starts to gather into something larger that inspires and influences us all. Even something like TikTok. This is the manner that I use to speak. I enjoy it. I enjoy my tribe, my soul tribe, the hopefuls that have been attracted to my voice and my cadence and me being my authentic self. It's beautiful because I refuse to be what I'm not. I've tried that. It doesn't work. It's exhausting, and I know it. And I offer that to you. Show up as yourself. And help others when you can, when you have the space to. Because we really do need help as human beings without these barriers that we've placed, and specifically within this country. And I will speak about this more because I will speak about this more. These barriers that have been placed to judge each other and separate each other by gender, by socioeconomic status, by color, by language, by religious belief, by whatever. It's ridiculous, it's stupid, and it doesn't help. That saying that love is the way, it is. To love is to understand others and just let a human start seeing someone as a human. Stop seeing them as black or Catholic or gay or trans or just see them as the human that's in front of you. Try and see how the world starts to open up. Because the world will start to open up and you will see the beauty that we each possess as human beings. Human beings are fascinating. We really are. Once we understand that we are all the same. We are all unique, yes. We all have unique talents, gifts, and abilities. And we are the same being. We need each other. We need the collective. We need to help each other out. That's it. And as I said, if you're here with me and you get behind me and you following with me, the view you got from behind me is a great view, okay? It's a great view. I told someone that on the hiking trail because I was hiking and the guy was really cute, actually. And I said, he kept trying to talk to me and I was with my friends, even though he was quite cute. I said, you know what? I have to go catch up with my friends. So I'm going to go past you. However, if you're behind me, baby, you got the best view on this hiking trail. You got the best view in the world, let me tell you. And he did. So, and laugh. This is why I love to laugh. I am the funniest thing ever. I'm always laughing in my home. Like people, if you walk by, you will hear me rolling. I make myself laugh all the time. I'm hilarious. If I trip and fall, I'm gonna laugh because I can see my replay of me falling. And I'm like, my arms go everywhere. I am very just over the top. It's hilarious. Laugh, feel good. Yes, isn't that great, Karen? Isn't that great? Yes. And wear something nice. In fact, let me show you the back of this dress because the back of this dress is great. And me and my niece have the same dress. So my niece is 23 as of last month. And exactly, I say my life is a psychedelic rom-com, independent, ironic film. And it's always changing. Oh, sci-fi is somewhere in there. So this dress, me and my 22-year-old niece have it. And yeah. And sometimes it's quite steamy. So I bought this dress for my niece as well. So let me show you the back. Because the back is the best part. Isn't it great? Isn't it great, this dress? And so me and my niece both have this dress. And my niece would wear it in winter with like a sweater. And my mom would say, I don't know why isn't it? I know, I love a great dress. How can you... Listen. If I'm the only... I show up for me, okay? Every day. If I don't see nobody else, I'm going to see myself. And I'm the best person I need to see. So I'm dressing up. I'm putting the earrings on. I went outside and got my plumeria. I dress. I show up. Don't you hear me? I show up every day, okay? Every day. I will put this on just to go get the mail. It's not about anyone seeing me. I see me, okay? So my niece always wears this in like winter, which it's not a winter dress. But my mom says, I don't know why she always wears that. What's up? Why she wears that dress. The back is all out and the side. I said, oh, Mom, yeah, I bought her that dress. And I have the same dress. I have the same exact dress, Mom. So my mom, I told her, I said, Mom, you gave me I said, wait a minute. I got to show what you gave me. And my mom says, I can only give you I gave you my best. I said, well, girl, I'm going to show it. Listen, I'll wear my vintage Chanel to the grocery store. Of course, it's me. A special event. I woke up today. It is a special event. And I hit that goal with the roses. Thank you, I am Frey. Show up. Why would I not adorn myself like the goddess I am? Please. Please. I get up and I'm always going to be looking like this, okay? I just won't wear heels because I'm in Hawaii. I got rid of all but 2 pairs of heels. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm actually going to record just me talking like we're friends. Like, you're doing great today. It's wonderful to see you. And put that on my YouTube page because so many people say, oh, your voice is so soothing. So I said, what about if I just make like a friendship tape of just nice things in my voice? And yeah, oh, my granny used to have that plastic on her couch. Girl, Karen, I know about that. That stuff was ridiculous. So I'm going to do that. And I'm also posting another affirmations on my YouTube. It's Cool Girl Affirmations. It's all stuff I say to myself. So like, your style is impeccable. You glide through life with grace. I'm always acquiring more passports. I am pursued by the best suitors, all of that. So that I'm actually finishing. That will be on my YouTube page. It's the same, Hope is Speaking on YouTube. So I go live twice a day and I put all of my lives on my YouTube channel. So I come on live when I choose to. I don't have a specific time. So if you miss me, you can go on to my YouTube under the same name, Hope is Speaking, and just go to TikTok daily lives. And I upload all my lives. I'll be uploading a few different affirmations today because I'm big with affirmations and I'm always listening to them. So I said, I will record my own. Because I write affirmations, I write a lot of I am statements, and I have a lovely voice. So the Cool Girl Affirmations will be up within the next hour. It's only 5 my time, 5:05 here in Hawaii. And then I'm recording others. So for the course of this week, there's going to be quite a bit that's uploaded. But that's what it is. It's mostly it's all my YouTube. It's all of my lives. It's affirmations, and I will be adding more. However, some people say, oh, you don't have a specific time. No, I don't. I do what I want, when I want, and so I come on when I feel inspired. And so if you miss it, I tend to upload it, if not this same day, the next morning. But I'll upload this one soon, within the next hour or so. And you'll have to check. Yeah, you'll have to check. Because I don't know if you can put an alert. However, it's always on my, thank you, Karen, for liking the live. It's always on my YouTube channel under TikTok lives, all of my lives. I love that. Thank you. You know, but I'm a prized asset, so that's actually purposeful. Because, listen, people will wait for what they want. And my time is my time. I do come on twice, though. I do give you my word. It's just when I feel, no, I'm originally from heaven. Come on, woman of her word. I'm originally from heaven, but I fell into Central California. So I spent my formative years in Central California, Fresno, California. But I've been gone from California for, I don't know, almost 20 years now. And I know you'd be looking. I know you'd be looking. Where are you based out of, Mag? Yeah, since I left California, I've been in, let's see, DC, London, Paris, New York, Jersey, and now here. Amongst the other tens of, I don't know, 58 countries that I've visited and is still counting. I'll be going to more places. So this has, okay. We're in London. Okay, so we could talk briefly about London because when I first moved to London in 2008, I was actually in East. I was in E7, Newham, Forest Gate, right across from the Forest Gate Overground. And then I was in Deptford, near Canada Water Station. And yeah, London has a place in my heart because I had 7 years there. Well, most of my 20s were in London. So London has a space in my heart. Didn't say if it's a good or a bad space, but it definitely occupies a space. And that is possibly one of the reasons why I won't ever be in a rainy, cold destination ever again. I will only be living in warm destinations for the rest of my life. You hear me? I've done that, okay? I've done the snow. I've done it all. So the other places I'm already looking at being in are year-round warm destinations. Because why not? I mean, why not? Why not? Give it up for the dress. You should. You should. Every island is different because Hawaii is comprised of 7 islands. So you have Oahu, where there's Honolulu, the Big Island, Maui, which I'm on. What is it? Kauai, and then there's 1 or 2 that you can't visit. 1 that you can't visit. However, every island is more and more magical. And there's a lot of beautiful healing energies here. There's lots of settlements of people from around the world, and I really feel my best here. Okay, well, that's a whole nother thing because I don't know what expensive is for you. So you would have to define that. However, I have only lived in places that relatively have the same expense. So Hawaii is the same as New York, London, Paris, where I was in Jersey. It all costs the same, and I don't limit something on price. So if I want to live there, that's the right price. For myself, I do not use price as the determining factor for where I'm going to live. In fact, my mother would say, Hope, she was the most expensive child. And that's how she would say it. Typically anything referring to the US that would be on a lower scale of expense, the trade-off isn't worthy for me. Yeah, I'm going. I'm Hope. I make it work. I make everything work, and if I like it, it's the best price. That's it. So, Yeah, if you tell me that well, New York is the same as Hawaii. I mean, New York is the same as Hawaii. However, what I did say when I left New York was the trade-off isn't there. For me to spend the same amount of money that I would in Hawaii, I have the trade-off of wearing this every day of the year. I have the trade-off of actually picking my fruits and vegetables. I have the trade-off of smelling plumerias instead of piss when I'm outside. I have the trade-off of people being in a happier space. I have the trade-off of the water, and I just feel better. So yeah, I've already lived in New York. I would not do that ever again. And although I will be going to visit my sister, the trade-off isn't worth it for me. So with that, I will give you a view of the dress again from the back because it's absolutely stunning. You do. That is correct. You do have the East River. However, you won't go swim in the East River. You won't swim in the Harlem River. I hardly wanted to swim at Long Branch Beach in Jersey or any of the beaches that you would take. What's the one off of the A? You just stay on the A train and it goes out past... it'll come back. Yeah, you are correct. It is water. And that's where the similarities end. Well, you can have a beach experience in New York if you want to. And I'm going to leave it right there. I will say some of the beaches in Jersey I really liked. Jersey has a little bit more cleaner beaches, and you have to purchase the medallions, but some of their boardwalks are nice because I would go to Long Branch because I could easily get there out of Newark Penn. But yeah, though that's where the similarities end. Swim. Yeah, look, you know what? I'm just gonna end this here because that's what I'm going to do. So with any beach experience, I'm just going to leave that right there. You see how I did that? So I always close with this. Be the reflection of love of which you are, because we all come from an infinite source of love. Show up, because I'm showing up. I'm showing up for real. And if you're going to show up, really show up and make it look good. If you're going to show up, make it look good. Make it look good like this dress. I'm going to give you a view of the back again, because if you're going to show up, make it look good like this. Woohoo! Look at the cross cut. Ah, woohoo! And have some fun. Smile, laugh. Yes, you showed up. You showed up. You showed up. Have some fun. Laugh, smile. Smell the flowers. Quit walking around with a long face. Ain't nobody want to see that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it was on sale, girl. Yeah, it's all good over here. Thank you. Thank you. I've been sitting in the sun. I had to gain some energy and some of that knowledge from the sun. So I've really been in the sun. Although today it's overcast, but yeah, I'm thank you. I appreciate that. I will come back on. I'm going to make some lentil soup, so I need to put my lentils on and put my bread in the oven because I've had bread rising from the morning. I have mentioned I love the feeling of preparing something in the morning and then at the end of the day, having the finished product. So setting aside the time to take the flour and the yeast and the salt and very simple, make some bread, let it rise during the day, and then I get to put it in the oven, and the whole home smells of some beautiful bread, and it just takes a little forethought to create this beautiful experience for supper. So I put my bird call out earlier, and I'm glad I got this message out. And you know what, hopefuls, everyone who is a hopeful, I'm glad you're a fan too. Yeah, that's right. Little things add up to big, beautiful things. That's right too. Yes, thank you. I may have to put my hopefuls up because some of these sad masculines have they like to give some responses that aren't from a space of love. So I don't want to put the hopefuls on them. However, most of you guys will go after them anyway. What up, the river? I don't know what that is, Troy, but I'm going to make my lentil soup and my bread, and I'll be on probably in about 2 hours. So it's 7. Thank you. Currently it's 5:18. Yeah, I'll probably come on around 7 my time. Again, if you like this, I post everything, all of my lives on my YouTube, which is Hope is Speaking, either this same day or tomorrow, as well as affirmations, and there'll be some other things that I'll post. However, I do that just for the people who like the lives, and some of them are really long. They're like podcast length. So on the YouTube, if you miss it, and I love you all. I really do. Make it look good. I'm going to go eat some delicious food. I'll see you if you come back in about 2.5 hours-ish. If not, it'll be uploaded on the YouTube. And be better. Be great. Be you. And be honest. Ciao.